I did my walk earlier, but not the entire walk because one of my apps, my tracking app, has been acting a little funny. It's not tracking all the steps, but it's kind of moving slower than the other. So even though I know I reached 10,000 on my other app, the other one hadn't quite reached the 10,000 mark. So after work, I had to do a round or two just to ensure that I know it's being anal, because I know I did reach 10,000, but I like both of them to be at above 10,000 daily. So in the morning, it's just annoying because I know I walk the same distance and it's 10,000. So when it's not 10,000 and I have to get ready for work, it's pretty frustrating. But anyhow, so I did that, and now I am using my mic. I got a mic. You're getting sophisticated here, player. I know I'm stupid, but anyhow. So I'm testing out my mic to see the difference in terms of the quality of the sound. Obviously, too, because I'm in a controlled environment, I think that the sound will be different, but I know that just the added use of a mic will make a difference. So I'm still reading Voss, actually. I finished listening to it. I'm going back over a second time because he just blew my mind. Well, I just love what he's talking about. I love the essence of human communication that he's expounding on. The fact that at best, most humans, we can't really multitask, so we think we can, and we tout ourselves to be great multitaskers. We really can't focus on too many ideas at one time, and then in conflict or in negotiation, most of the time, people are not listening. We don't listen. We are mostly, when we're not talking, thinking about our argument or our perspective and how we're going to respond to the other person's argument, but not necessarily listening to what they say. So listening is by far the cheapest currency within which to gain forward movement in a negotiation, but it's not as easy as it sounds. Most of us are terrible listeners because we listen through our own preconceived ideas. We're listening for confirmation, because like when you have a certain idea, you're looking for things that will confirm your ideas, and when they don't confirm your ideas, it's not good enough. I'm not listening to that. It's human nature. But I guess that when you're aware of it, it makes a huge difference, because then maybe you can better focus on or push yourself to be more objective, to listen to your counterparty's arguments so you can reach a better solution. So it's very intriguing, and I'm doing my second listen. A lot of fun, pretty stressful day. I have drop-offs and pickups today, so it's a really long day. So having to walk after work is a little annoying, and having to walk because my app is malfunctioning, that's extra annoying. But we gotta do what we gotta do here. Look, I'm so into Chris Voss and whatever I was listening to. I even forgot to throw in our intro here at F Squad, where we focus on being over 40, fit, fine, and fabulous. You know how we do. We have to keep to our word, and our word, for me personally, is 10,000 a day. So, and I like to see 10,000 on both my apps. My tracker that's connected to my phone, and the other app that's on my phone that I've had longer, so it actually has my stats. So I use two different ones because one kind of monitors my sleep and things like that, because I have bad sleeping trends or habits. Not really habits, just I have a hard time sleeping for longer than 5-6 hours. So, which is the other reason why I drink maca, because it helps me balance that. but the other one measures my BMI, weight, and other stuff. So I kind of need both. And the other one I have a longer history with. I started with the other one, so it has all my steps. I think I've almost walked to North Carolina and all my steps since I started walking. I will post a video on how far when I actually reach Atlanta from New York, walking 10,000 steps a day. You know what I mean? So anyhow, I'm not that far off. I'm maybe like 100 miles, which I guess within the next couple of weeks I should reach. So keep an eye out for that. So anyway, back to Chris Voss. It's really, really interesting how when you really take time to understand human nature and understand yourself, dealing with humans is not as frustrating, or rather negotiating is not as frustrating as it can be sometimes, or as it seems to be, because you are well equipped to kind of just slow things down, listen, and understand the other's perspective outside of your own and reach a better win-win solution. Because as my other favorite author, Stephen Covey, talks about, a win-win is the only worthwhile solution, because a win-lose or lose-win, anything other than a win-win is not a lasting solution. But add to that, a win-win without a how, or a yes without a how, is really no win at all, because if you don't know how to achieve your win, it's unlikely you're going to achieve it. Anyhow, I hope you are staying strong with your walk, your walking journey, your exercise journey, your yoga journey, or whatever journey it is, you're staying strong and keeping to your word, because if you don't honor your own word, who is? It's just facts of life. So we're trying to honor our word, do what we say we're gonna do, so we can stay looking fabulous over 40, because we over 45 and fabulous, but just, loving ourselves and enjoying the journey as it comes in this quarantine corona era, where things are not what they used to be, or as easy as they used to be, and we have to adjust to a new way of living. Anyhow, so I don't know if I like the shooting in my bathroom. It's interesting though. I mean, I don't have to worry about moving parts, but when you're shooting in a location, you either have to make sure you organize your location and keep things out of the frame that you don't want to be on the frame, or shoot outside where it is what it is. But anyhow, this is different, this is new. So my daughter's sleeping, hence actually that's the other reason why it's easier to shoot outside, because the distraction is less. But it's interesting, I kind of like it, but I have to get used to actually looking at the camera as opposed to looking at myself, vain habits. But anyhow, tomorrow's Thursday, so this week, like I said, I was gonna do 2 extra weighted walks. Tomorrow is one. I'm gonna do a weighted walk and see how we get off this 152.5, because it's proving to be the bane of my existence, really. It's frustrating the living daylights out of me. But, and the other thing is, when I don't get to 10,000, and usually it's only like maybe 800, like I was at 9,002 or something, because the other one was running slower than, the other app was running slower than the other app. It's amazing how little walking I do, because since like 7 a.m. to like 7, I barely walk 200-300 steps. That's ridiculous. Now, if you compound that on a daily basis where I'm sitting all day eating and not walking, you can imagine how that compounds detrimentally on your health if you don't force yourself to actually do something. Because like I said, I work long hours, so I'm barely getting up. And today is actually a day when I actually get up to go drop off for school, pick up, but still it wasn't more than 1,000 steps. So you really have to make it a point to do something, because you're not going, you're not commuting, you're not having to walk anywhere. So you just have to make a choice to do something or exercise. In my case, I walk. Anyhow, it's past 10 minutes. So just want to touch in, check how this mic works. We'll touch base with you later. And thank you once again for stopping at the F Squad, where we are over 40, fit, fine, and fabulous. And by the way, thank you to all my subscribers. We are at 5. Can you imagine? 5 subscribers. I didn't check today, but we are at 5, and I so appreciate each and every one of you for watching my videos, for subscribing, for clicking on that notification bucket. I keep calling it a bucket. Well, forgive me. I've been sitting and working for a long time, so I'm really kind of tired. But anyhow, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for pressing the notification button. And we're going to 10,000. So from me to you, deuces.